I am the Super Vader 400, the most destructive force in all of the YouTube. Today, I first got into the TMNT franchise in 1994 with the TMNT animated series that aired from 1987 to 1994. I also played with the action figures, and since then, I have been a huge fan of the TMNT franchise. I saw the first TMNT movie and its sequel, The Secret of the Ooze, on VHS in 1996, and I didn't see the third movie till rather recently. I love the first movie. I think it's one of the best comic book adaptations ever made. I love the sequel. I think the sequel was a great sequel, but not as good as the first one, and I hated the third movie, which like I said before, watched recently. I'm gonna start with the first movie. The first TMNT movie tells the origin story of Splinter and the Turtles, their first meeting with Casey Jones and April O'Neil, and their first confrontation with Shredder and the Foot Clan. The film follows the TMNT comics from the 80s real closely, and they also take elements from the animated series, which was of course airing at the same time. This film was the highest grossing independent film of all time when it first released, and is the most successful film in the franchise. Yeah, the one thing I really liked about this movie was despite being a kids film, this film was quite dark. The fight scenes were violent and intense. There were drugs, teenage youth. The subplot of this film featured a boy named Daniel, who's part of the Foot Clan, who has an exchanged relationship with his dad, and Splinter in this movie recruits teenagers off the street to be in his Foot Clan, Foot Clan. And at the end of the movie, after the Turtles, at the end of the movie, in the middle of the movie, when Raphael is walking out in a trench coat, in one of my favorite parts, he encounters Casey Jones, and they start fighting. And I like when Casey Jones hits him with the bat, and he runs across the street screaming, "Damn! Come back here!" And of course, I at the beginning of the movie, I can't believe I should have said this one first. At the beginning of the movie, I like how you don't even see the Turtles. When those three thugs mug April O'Neil, the lights go out and you hear the Turtles beat them up, and you hear them talking, and you see Raphael, and you see Raphael's sigh on the ground, and he once again whispers, "Damn!" and then you keep hearing the Turtles talk, and then you're hearing the music, and you see the title screen, and they pause for a minute, and whoa, here comes the Turtles. And of course, I love the fight scene. Like I said before, I love the fight scene at April's apartment when the Foot Clan jumped Raphael, and Casey and the Turtles came to his rescue, and the apartment burned down, forcing them to live in April's old house on the farm. And of course, I love the final fight scene on top of the building with the Shredder. I love how they were able to choreograph such a great fight scene while you had stuntmen wearing TMNT costumes, and I love the puppetry of Master Splinter. And I love how the movie ends. Shredder runs towards Splinter. And Splinter uses his momentum against him and flips him over the thing, and the truck actually, and then Casey pulls the lever on the truck and it squishes Splinter, and the movie ends. Then they cut to credits and they play that epic theme song, Turtle Power. All right, that's my review. That's my short review of the first one. Now I'm gonna talk about the second one. All right, Doug out.